Hi, Seth.
Hello.
Hi,
Good.
everyone.
Oh, good to be together this Wednesday. We'll try not to talk at the same time this whole midweek update, but we have a number of things that we're excited to share. And uh, yeah, we'll just sort of give you a little overview of what is a sort of a full sort of next few days in the life of the church. On Friday, we didn't have a Food, Fun, and Friends in April, so it feels like it's been a while. And Fellowship Commission is hosting again our Food, Fun, and Friends on this Friday at 6 p.m. And want people to know it's going to be a taco bar. There is a sign up. It's almost full. You don't have to bring something to come. You can just come if you would like. But we just encourage you to RSVP to the church office or to myself um, if you're planning on coming to that on Friday. And then this Sunday, I just want to give a overview again. I mentioned that it's Youth Sunday, but also that we're going to be recognizing our high school graduates. And so, yeah, it'll be a nice time. Our three graduates are going to share a little bit with us, also amidst the recognition. So, looking forward to that, and then all the other youth that will share their gifts in the worship service. And then we have a fellowship meal, and All Things Considered class is providing the main dish this time. We've been doing a run of traditional potlucks, but this one, the main dish is provided. You're just asked to bring salads or desserts to go along with that meal. And then in the evening, we have a youth fundraiser, trivia night. I mentioned last week, I think, about some of the custom trivia, but we'll do a little Name That Tune with David Hupp and some other Bible trivia facts with Bob Bowman, some fun facts about the youth, and some other just random trivia. And there'll be some other fun games in between rounds. So really all ages are welcome. There'll be some light snacks, and that'll be at 6 p.m. on Sunday. So come and support the youth. There's not a charge to get in. Somebody asked me that. There will be a little fundraising menu that has been in the past for people that have come to the youth staff games. So there'll be some fun ways for people that could be involved if you choose to, or just a general free will offering for the youth to support their trips. So anyway, that will be that Sunday evening. And then Amy, you have a couple of memorial services to share about.
I do. So this Saturday on May 6th at 4 p.m., we will celebrate the life of Liz Huffman Bauer. The service is at 4 p.m. to honor her devotion and commitment to evensong, which always happened at 4. Visiting will happen afterwards. And then on Tuesday, May 9, we will celebrate the life of Al Hole. That will be at 1 o'clock with some visiting afterwards. So we hope that we can gather together as you're able to grieve, to remember, and just give thanks for these fine people who have been among us these years. I would also encourage you to keep track of your newsletter and the weekly announcement portion, because May is full. It is full of many things. So we don't want you to miss out or be uninformed.
So as I alluded to, Youth Sunday this week, we just wanted to spend some time reflecting on the scripture and theme for this Sunday. And I'm going to read from Romans 12, verse 2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your minds, so that you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. And the Church of the Brethren National Youth Cabinet, they interpreted that verse for this Sunday this way. It says, "Stand up for what God has gifted you through the word and remain strong in your faith, even if you stand out." And so the theme is stand up, even if you stand out. So we talked a little bit about this, Amy, and some prompts, and so yeah, I invite just some reflection that you have on that scripture, that theme.
Yeah, I think it's a great scripture. Not that, well, I'll just leave it at that. It's one I've thought about a lot from, early in my teen years. And what does this mean? And that element of discernment with whatever it is that we're doing. Who are we following? How are we making our decisions? Are the people who are teaching us trustworthy? And so this scripture has sort of stood out for me. But what I'm struck with is that I am just a product of the Church of the Brethren, and I it's just how it is. All of the congregations that I have been a part of since birth have been healthy, peacemaking, forward-looking congregations. As a camper at Camp Mac, as someone who went to Manchester College, and then Bethany Seminary, my formation has been steeped in the Church of the Brethren. And so I start thinking that we're the norm. I start thinking that the way we do things peacefully, simply, together, another way of living. I love that tagline that came out in the mid-90s. I keep forgetting that that's not the norm. And so I'm always sort of struck by surprise when I'm talking with friends who are not Church of the Brethren, and their belief system is valid, and I affirm it, but it's different often than mine. And I'm really grateful for just that immersion in a community, a lifelong community, stitched together with every move I've made, of being folks who live by the value of standing up even if we stand out. We're not perfect by any means, but that's our starting point. And that's really powerful to me.
Amy, when we were having this conversation yesterday about the scripture, and you started to share a little bit about that, I was just thinking about it. It just affirms for me what I felt through the years, and it's just the importance of faith communities to provide those voices, those mentors, those cloud of witnesses, people who provide sort of some of that own shaping in my life, or in your life as you were sharing. And our seniors are going to share just a bit of that, about some of that of some things that they've appreciated from this congregation, and I just think that is really formative. I remember a woman, Lois Clark, in one of my congregations growing up, into her late 80s, early 90s, still attending protests, still just active and standing up for the things that she believed and felt strongly. And so when we sing this song, Stand Firm, this Sunday with the youth and some of the parents, I think about all those people in previous congregations, and in this congregation. When David Radcliffe spoke just a couple of maybe a week ago or so, time time feels a little bit weird at the moment, but when David asked people to raise their hand, a group of maybe 45 to 50 people who's been on one of these trips, and over a third of the room raises their hands and has been part of the incredible work that New Community Project has done, but also this community is a part of those in a number of ways too. Actively wanting to be involved in the work that they're doing. Just a few examples. We could go on for a long time.
I think it is so invaluable around the family dinner table or in your friend groups to name and talk about our mentors. We don't become who we are in a vacuum, and sometimes we become who we are because we have to go against the stream of the norm that's around us. It's important for us to know who have been our formational people in our lives, and to share that with each other.
We'll look forward to the sharing and further exploring that theme on Sunday for Youth Sunday, and all the things that they're coming up in the life of our community.
Thanks, Seth.
All right.
Bye, everyone.